Hi, this is Sylvia from Scrappy Mania, and today I'm going to create the last page of my 20-page heirloom album. So I've been showing videos of each of my my scrapbooking process for this album, and I'm down to, so the last video that I showed you was this page. And I also have a tutorial how to create these little tags that you see here. And here's another page. And this is the tag that I have a video how to create these. But this is my last layout. So this is the last page of my layout. And for this layout, I wanted to do something special. Since I've kind of done it chronologically, so I've started here with my father-in-law and some family and friends. And then I got pictures of his mom and dad and when he was younger. And then I have pictures, I started putting pictures of the school years. And here's another school year. And this is another school year here. And then this is the last school year. And then I started putting pictures of his grandfather because he was in uniform. Here's some more school years, as you can see here, and in this one. And then after that, I started putting pictures of my father-in-law when he was older. And then here when he was in the army. And then these are documents that were within these pictures, that have to do with like the discharge orders and where he went. And this is his target practice, his target with the bullet holes and stuff like that. I do have some more when he was younger here, and then I got when he's older here, so like a contrast. Then I have pictures of when he was married with his wife. Here's some more family pictures. Some more family pictures, a little more contemporary. Now I'm going into where his children, and here's some more of his children, and Christmas. And now I'm ready to finish the layout. So for this one, what I had in mind is to do kind of a modern. A family tree with the modern pictures of the grown children with the parents and their children. So I have a stamp, and I'm using, by the way, I'm using their heirloom die cut with a view paper stack. And I've been using that paper pad throughout the whole album with minimum embellishments other than from that pack. I haven't bought any extra embellishments or anything like that, except for a couple of stamps here and there. So this is my idea. I want to put Mike, which is his dad, his mom, the children here, and then the children down here. So this is what I want to create, and I want to do that with my new Martha Stewart family tree stamp. I also want to use these die cuts for the pictures. And then I used this stamp. So I already created the paper. So I already started doing my background paper. This is part of the paper pad. This stamp is this tree, and I put the little journaling spot there, which I spelled the name Mosley. And then here I use family. And then R is from a small stamp that I have. And then this one is a stamp from Heidi Swap some time ago. And then I already put some dimensional paint on the leaves, as you can see there, just to give it a little bit of interest. And by the way, I have 3 different black ink, plus I have some other black ink that I got from, you know, pad stamps that came in a kit, and you get the ink within the kit. And to tell you the truth, this one, the Stampin' Up! Black ink it's kind of purplish. So when you stamp with that one, it's purplish. It does stamp on slick surfaces, and it stays on the slick surfaces, but it's not as black as I like it. The distressing ink, even though it stamps black, it's not as black as I would like it to be. So let me see if I can get a stamp so you can see the difference of all these stamps. So let me use okay. So let me go ahead, and this is the cheap generic ink that I got it from a kit. I don't know what brand. It doesn't even have a brand. And when you stamp it, it doesn't really stamp as dark as I like it to stamp. So let me go ahead and use the distressing ink. So let's put some distressing ink and use that one. And see, the distressing ink is not as dark as I like it to be either. Even with, I re-ink the ink, so I do have the re-inker, it's still not as dark. So let me go ahead and show you now. I do have the re-inker for the Stampin' Up. This is, I just re-ink this pad, so it's nice and juicy. It's a little darker, but as you can see, it has that purplish tinge to it, which I do not necessarily want. If I want real dark, I really don't want to have a purple, dark purple color. But let me show you. So I'm just cleaning it out because I cannot find my baby wipes. Let me show you this one. I just bought the re-inker because I get these pads. Sometimes they come with kits, like Stampin' Up kits, or from HSN, some kits. This one came with a set of roller dates and things like that. And I'm not even sure what company it is, but it was black. So I ran out of ink on this one. It dried up. So I just went and bought the archival ink at a scrapbooking store. This is jet black. And I re-inked it with that. And I really, really, really like this ink. It's beautiful. It's nice and dark. Compare this to this one and these two. This is the distressing ink. This is just a generic black ink that I got. I don't know where. This is from Stampin' Up, and this is the archival. And I do have stays on. So the stays on, sometimes it could be as dark as this, but sometimes it's not as dark. And this is also will stay on a slick surface. So I love this ink. Just wanted to let you know because I do have a lot of black ink, and so far this is the #1 ink that I like. And you can even see it's kind of cheap, $3.50. I got it for $3.50, and I got a lot. So this is gonna last me for a while. So just giving you some ideas when you have these extra pads lying around like I do that comes with kits. You're not gonna use it. Instead of throwing it away, you can add ink to it. You can buy a bottle of your favorite re-inkers. Usually the re-inker is a lot cheaper than buying the stamp pad, and it'll last you longer than even if you buy the stamp pad. You're still gonna have to buy the re-inker plus the stamp pad. So don't waste your time buying new stamp pads. Use what you have, and it'll be perfect. So I bought the Archival Cafe one for that one, and let me show you, just in case you don't know what that color is. So let me show you that one. So those are the two new inks that I bought this week. And this is coffee. It's called Coffee. And look how beautiful that brown is. I really like that brown as well. So let me go ahead and get started with my album. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut my shape so that I can figure out the placement of the pictures on my 12 by 12 pad. So I already cut out all my shape, and now I need to figure out how I'm going to place all the photos on this layout. So I decided to use the bigger shape for the parents, and then for their children the next largest shape, and then the grandchildren the smaller shape. So there I have kind of rough how I want it, and what I did is I traced the shape with a pencil on my background, and then I used a spellbinder shape to trace it on my photo mats that you see there, and to create like a faux stitching around my photo mat. So the last time that the last thing that I was doing on my project was creating these dash lines using the spellbinder dies, and then I think I deleted the rest of the footage where I showed you how I composed this page together, but I can walk you through what I did. One of the things, I cut a lot of leaves, and I had a lot of extra leaves that I stamped and I cut out, in addition to putting some leaves on the bottom of the page. And then I cut these tags. This is from a stamp that I got at the dollar bin, which I removed the saying. It was a Christmas stamp. I removed the saying from the middle of the stamp, and I'll give you a link of a tutorial. I'll put a link on here of the tutorial showing you how to do stamp surgery, so that way you can redo your stamps, so that if it has a saying but you like the shape around the saying, like let's say it's a banner or anything like that, then you can easily just cut that piece out. Like this one, you cut the piece out so it had a Christmas saying, and I removed that whole thing. I liked the shape, so I cut that piece out, and now I have banners that I can use for any purpose. So I cut a bunch of those, and then what I did is the larger photo mat is going to be of my husband's parents. The smaller photo mats are going to be my husband's sibling and him. And then the next smaller photo mats are going to be of all their children and my in-laws' grandchildren. So, and then here is where I'm going to put the names for each of the children. And I already have his last name here. And then I'm going to put the date of the photographs that was taken on here, so that way we can keep track of when these were done. So that's basically it. So this is going to decorate the last page of my album. So this will go on the last page, and I think that will be a nice conclusion for this whole project. We have photos from childhood all the way to present time. On the last photo will be the present time. So I hope you liked this tutorial, and thank you for watching. Bye now.